NASA is set to launch its biggest rocket ever, and the goal is to send Americans back to the moon.
Our very own Betsy Kling is joining us live now from Cape Canaveral this morning, where Artemis 1 is getting ready to launch at Kennedy Space Center.
Yeah, and weather is going to be such a big factor. So Betsy is watching this morning and the whole launch. I'm so jealous. You look amazing. How are things going down there?
I got to tell you, it is it's surreal, quite honestly. I look around and I keep telling myself to look around, and there's media here from all over the world. We are at Kennedy Space Center at the iconic press site that was the backdrop of so many shuttle launches of years gone by, and now we are waiting and watching as that rocket, the Artemis 1 rocket, the most powerful NASA has ever built, sits on the launch pad. So you have to remember that is extremely complex, and launching an extremely complex rocket is an extremely complex process. So yeah, there are some weather factors going on. Earlier this morning, we had rain showers and some thunderstorms that were near the launch pad. So they did put about a 55-minute hold in the countdown to see how those showers and storms were going to act. There's a live look at the radar now. I can look up and I can see stars. I can't even tell you, it makes me feel giddy because not only will we get to see the launch, but we will actually get to see the rocket as it goes downrange. As they were filling the rocket just a few hours ago, there were a few little kinks. A couple months ago, they had the wet dress, which is when they would fill the rocket all the way up, take that countdown all the way to 10 and then stop. They had some hydrogen leaks. That happened again this morning, but they worked their way through it, and the rocket is filled and it is ready to go. So now all eyes are back on the weather, and the forecast criteria to launch that rocket is very specific. The temperatures are fine. We're not worried about temperatures at all. As far as the wind, we're not worried about wind because actually we have very calm winds here at the surface and a very lazy wind pattern in the skies above us. Clouds will be an issue, and we're talking about cumulus clouds, the puffy clouds, specifically those that could be near the freezing layer, because that could create a static charge as the rocket goes through, as well as, of course, the lightning and surrounding thunderstorms that may or may not be around. So it's really the lightning that is the tricky part.
We look at a lot of different things from a launch weather perspective. Primarily is what's called the lightning launch commit criteria. So that's just not looking at natural lightning, but a rocket can actually trigger a lightning strike that would not have naturally occurred. So that's called rocket triggered lightning. So we have a set of 10 rules known as the lightning launch commit criteria that are designed to protect not just against the natural lightning. Obviously, we don't want to be launching through or near a thunderstorm, but also that rocket triggered lightning to make sure that that does not happen. And then we're looking also winds at various different levels and temperatures as well. But really the main concerns as we head into the launch on Monday will surround those lightning launch commit criteria.
Well, that is Brian Cizik. He is one of the launch officers for the 45th Weather Squadron of the U.S. Space Force. They are based at Cape Canaveral, and they are the forecast group that will take Artemis down through the countdown. As soon as that solid rocket booster fires, that thing is leaving. And then the Space Flight Meteorology Group, another group of forecasters based in Houston, will take over with the launch downrange. So it has just been surreal to be here and see this. But when you start to go minute by minute, second by second through this countdown, it's incredible the detail that has to be, fit into this.
Right, all the things that have to come together to make it happen. It's amazing. We heard, Betsy, just back here that there's literally miles and miles of traffic just to get a peek in Orlando right now. So, I mean, you're witnessing history. It's so cool.
Yeah, we got here at 1 a.m. We drove in, and there was some traffic. Within 2 hours, they said it was gridlock on the other side of the bridge.
All right, well, we're going to be checking back in with you. So thanks again for that update. And then also this morning, we have a live look at the Great Lakes Science Center, where they'll be showing the launch by live streaming NASA TV's broadcast this morning, which I know a lot of you are going to be glued to. The viewing party starts at 6:30 with the launch at 8:30. If you want to go, it is free to register, and you'll get coffee, pastries, along with free admission to the Science Center for the day, which is a great deal.